Good morning everyone and welcome to SlimChat 32. Are you impressed that I know the number? Well, I just checked. I checked before I came on. I thought I'd shock you all on RocksChat and SlimChat that I knew both numbers. But I can't just let you all think I'm brilliant. I just have to tell you I cheated. Yeah. So it's weigh day today. Weigh in and all that stuff, and progress day. Which can't be bad, can it? Well, it can be, but it wasn't. So I woke up nice and, well, not early, but I woke up fairly early. And I didn't do it straight away. I thought, you know, I'd just wait until I'd properly woke up. And so I got on the scales and I thought, really? Oh, well, I lost, I lost 3 pounds. Which is more than I've lost so far on this diet. I usually lose 2s or 1s, so or gain 1 even. But that was a party. So, but yeah, so I lost 3 pounds, and I know Gary had done really well because I can really see it in him now. Said it yesterday that it's really noticeable with Gary at the moment. So he's doing very well. So I was expecting Gary to do well, and so I got him up and got him on the scales, and he's lost 6 pounds. 6. I can't believe it. But I know why. I know why he's done so well this week, because although we've been following this Slim and Well plan, we've kind of not followed the guidance to say fill up a third of your plate with speed foods, which are veggies and salad and that sort of thing. So we've had very little veg. It's been way too hot. We've had the odd salad, but we've not had much in the way of salad. So I think that's because every day he's been taking something salad to work, you know. And so he's been having his speed foods, and I've had a few meals with salad. My lasagna yesterday, I had a side salad with it, and so I think it's because we've had the speed food. So that's an incentive to carry on eating that rabbit food and putting some veggies in the diet. So all good. Yeah, really pleased. I'm pleased with my 3, but I'm absolutely over the moon with Gary's 6. And I must admit I called him skinny today, but he's not, obviously. But when I went in for a cuddle and I said, this is the closest I've ever got to you, isn't it amazing? So this arrived yesterday afternoon. We got the new Slim and Well magazine, and there is a recipe in here I thought I'd give a go. It was a pasta one. I'm not the biggest pasta fan, but I'll see if I can find it. And they had this banoffee popcorn pots. Gary will like that. I'm not a big fan of popcorn, mind you, but I could always try and substitute that for something else. Not that one. Maybe it was that one. Hang on. There's some pastas in here. Beef meatball bake with feta. That might have been it. So I thought I might give that one a go at some point. I've got to get this heat out of the way first though, because it's just ridiculously hot. There's this vegan take on bolognese. Gary won't. If it's got it's maybe lentils, so it might be okay, but he won't do tofu, he's told me. But there's quite a lot in here, the ones that I just wouldn't, and Gary wouldn't eat, like warm courgette, artichoke and bean salad. So yeah, it's I wouldn't say it's got the most brilliant recipes in it this time. There's a couple that I might try, but there's lots of before and after stories, you know. And I don't know about you, a lot of people like reading them. I don't. I hate reading them. I hate seeing it. It's like I don't want to know. I'm at the beginning, at the end. So I know it's supposed to be inspiration, but it doesn't inspire me. It annoys me. Maybe I'm just jealous. I don't know. But I just not. So I don't like reading. Anyway, I'm a readaholic. No, an anti-reading person. I think it was university that did it for me. You know, I never really understood. There used to be this game show on TV, boffins against other boffins, and it was called University Challenge, and you used to get 2 rows of real top boffin students against another, Oxford against Cambridge or something. And all of the top schools would be on this thing, and they'd always say, and this is Reginald Fortescue reading so-and-so. And I just think, why do they say reading? You know, why is he reading it? So it wasn't until I got to uni that I realised you're reading it. You know, you're reading and researching and reading more and then reading some more. And then if that ain't enough, you've got to read some more. So it really put me off reading, I tell you. And I was never one to like read lots. My mother always had a book in her hand, and so did my dad. I have to say that my mum's were trashy romance novels, and my dad's were westerns, war books, and there were spy books. He loved all that kind of stuff, espionage. But they weren't. I used to read James Herbert when I was young, and true stuff. You know, like I bought a book when I was young, and it was just called Auschwitz, and I thought, right, I'm going to read about that, and so I kind of educated myself in that respect, reading stuff, biographies occasionally, autobiographies, but I never really read a great deal, but now I never seem to read. I can't even stick a magazine cover to cover. I'm just not a reader, and I've you know, I know. Keeps your brain going. I play word games, and English used to be my subject. You know, at school I was really, really good at English, and it was the thing that got the biggest and best grades for. So did I choose that at university? No, I didn't. I chose history, and then IT, and social sciences. Anyway, don't want to know about that. But yeah, I haven't really had a chance to look at this completely yet. Other than there's a nice bit about spices as well. I might have a little look at that. There's a few noodle recipes, but I think we could teach them a thing or two about noodles. So that came. Or something else I was going to show you or tell you. Nope, gone out my head. I made an absolutely amazing dessert yesterday, and it tasted absolutely gorgeous. And all it was two, because I had no sins all day. I was, you know, didn't really have a great deal of sins. So I figured, right, I got one Fibre One cake bar when I chose chocolate brownie. And then I got the cake bar, which was the long one covered in chocolate. And they were like 4 sins a piece. So I broke them all up and put them in a bowl. And then I got 2 of those fat-free, I can't remember what they're called, Fast and Low cherry yogurts, and put them both in, squirt a sweetener and stirred it up, and oh my god, it was like a really expensive dessert, but it wasn't that bad considering I'd had no sins. And you can just have 1 bar in it if you have, so it would only be about 5 sins altogether with everything if you had 1 yogurt, 1 bar. But I was in a particularly, you know, what can I have? I've had no sins. Right, maybe I'd have lost £4 if I hadn't eaten. No, I doubt it. It was good for me. It was good for me. So I feel like there's something I was going to tell you, not just about this. There was something else, but it's escaped me, and it's not around me. So if I remember it, I'll have to tell you next time, I guess. But I've managed to put the fan on when I was recording RocksChat this morning. I just sat here, melted before this camera, and it was just literally falling off me. And I've put the fan on, so I hope the noise isn't too bad, because I have to keep my phone plugged in. It was dead this morning. It's not charged up a great deal yet. So no mic, just the noise of the fan. Fabulous. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to call that a day. So I hope you, you know, are as pleased as me about Gary's progress. Anyway, I'm so pleased for him, because it's, you know, he needs that incentive to carry on, and I don't think he does. You know, his health scare was enough, but you don't know how many years I have tried to get him to do this. When we went to Vegas, we both dieted, and if we'd have started sooner, you know, we might have got there. But when we went, we were both slimmer, you know, so we look okay in our pictures, but I still would have liked to have lost another stone, or maybe stone and a half, and Gary still had a bit to lose, but our tummies had gone. You know, we were doing well. But obviously, at the end of that holiday, end of 2 weeks of eating, we started the climb. You know, started the climb after about 3 days. So we came back heavier than we went. Surely, you know, we did, but it was a holiday. It was Vegas. You had to have it. There was so much nice stuff around. Anyway, so yeah, that was the only time that we'd ever really both, you know, when I met Gary, I was slim. I was kind of a few pounds away from being where I wanted to be. And I did vow that once I lost that weight, I'd never put it back on again. But it just doesn't. Life has a way, doesn't it, of kind of making you eat your words. As long as they're not fattening words, that's all that matters, really. But yeah, because Gary's, you know, when I met him, he liked going out. We used to go out and drink. We used to drink fruity cider, not like to excess, but we'd go out and go to gigs and go out for meals and always have desserts because, you know, Gary loves his food. So I was easily swayed. So now we're both doing it. I think that's why it's succeeding. So anyway, I'm going to make an ice cream for him because it's tiramisu flavoured and I'm sure he's going to love it. But it's a bit involved, so I keep putting it off. I've got all this stuff for it, but I need to do it. And at the moment, I've not got very much room in the freezer, which is a bit of a pain. But I might do that as soon as he's gone to work. I might get cracking on it and do that. And the only one thing, obviously this particular recipe has wafers, and I couldn't get hold of just plain wafers. I've got chocolate wafers. So that will go really, really well, but obviously they're a little bit more in the way of sins than just the plain ones, which would have very negligible sins. But I can't really do anything about that unless I steal them off of the... ooh. You know those pink and whites, they come with wafers and they often fall off. So I could use one of those and instead, but no, I bought them now. I might as well eat them. And of course, it will just make it even more yummy, won't it? I could use 1 and 1. That's a bad idea. 1 chocolate, 1 plain. Cut the sins down. Anyway, I'll let you know how it turns out. Thank you for joining me, and I'll be on sometime later, maybe early evening, earlier than you have been anyway, for a live stream. Well, maybe, I will see. It depends how the evening goes and how my ice cream works out, because at 4 hours I have to get it back out and whisk it back up again, so I need to leave myself a clear amount of time to do that, so it might be afterwards. So I can't really pin down a time, never can anyway. I'm not very good at that sort of thing. So thanks for watching and showing me support, and I will see you all soon. Bye for now. Take care everyone, stay safe.